What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, I will show you a couple of interesting news. First of all, I will show you an update in regards to the potential actions from the side of Congress and to be precise from Ralph Norman, the person whose office wrote a letter back in December of 2022, and this letter was signed by 74 other members of Congress. On top of that guys, and it is the most crucial part of today's video, I will show you some interesting investigation in regards to the CUSIP number that was used by another company, and potentially guys, it was made intentionally in order to confuse the authorities, and this so-called confusion was made by the authorities themselves, allegedly. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with the tweet that was reposted by Marcus and that was originally made by Meta News. And by the way, guys, we still don't have an update from Marcus in regards to his due diligence. And just yesterday he wrote that this due diligence is on the second review, and it will be published by the end of this weekend. So we have less than 24 hours left till it happens. But let me show you this tweet. Meta News wrote it 19 hours ago. Has Representative Ralph Norman completely abandoned the MMTLP issue? Has anyone heard anything from his office lately? And guys, this question is very important, because if you don't know, Ralph Norman was the person who wrote this letter on December 22nd. It was the major letter that was written by Ralph Norman office with a set of questions, 16 questions that were directly addressed to Robert W. Cook and to Gary Gensler, as you can see right here. And this letter was signed by 74 other members of Congress. And since then, we didn't have any updates from Ralph Norman himself, but allegedly he was satisfied with the answer of SEC that SEC charged George Palikaros, John Burda and MMAT for their illegal actions for their pump and dump scheme. And guys, I have to say that in my personal opinion, we have to differentiate these two cases. The pump and dump scheme, if it ever happens, was related to the MMAT back in 2022. And guys, George Palikaros wasn't a CEO of Meta Materials, and why in the world George Palikaros was charged as well? Because of MMTLP case. He wasn't a CEO of this company. On top of that, guys, it happened back in 2022, and we know that the most crucial part of this year is the user halt that was implemented by authorities. And these two cases are completely separate and should be discovered as a completely separate cases. Why in the world we have this mixture inside MMTLP community, I have no idea. On top of that, guys, Ralph Norman is not so active right now. He doesn't have any recent tweets that might be related to MMAT or MMTLP or TRCH case. But right here, if you click on his recent tweet, you can see that we still have at least several comments that is related to MMTLP. And this means, guys, some of our community members are still reminding to Ralph Norman about his duty. Yes, I think it is his duty to continue this investigation and to continue to fight for his constituents. That is why, guys, this question that was asked by Meta Materials is 100% legit. But today's main topic is not the Ralph Norman's actions. It is, let me show you right here. First of all, I want to pay attention to this set of tweets, and it is the thread that is quite interesting in my opinion, and this thread has a comment from Scott Trott, and I will quote you the crucial details of it. Let me start from this tweet that was written by Castrel 8 hours ago. Burda and Palikaros' house was being robbed. Called the cops. Cops didn't come. Called again. Didn't come. Set a trap for the thieves. Caught them. Cops didn't like that. Thieves released. Homeowners charged. MMTLP. So guys, it is quite interesting explanation of the case of George Palikaros and John Burda, but Social Watch added this. Nicely put. Inserted something you are missing. Let me read with the additional information. Burda and Palikaros' house was being robbed. Called cops. Cops didn't come. Called again. Didn't come. Told cops that the trap might catch the thieves, and the trap is as one statement. Cops didn't come. Cops verified the trap 4 times. Then set a trap for thieves. Caught them. Cops didn't like that. Thieves released. Homeowners charged. MMTLP. And yes, it explains perfectly well the entire situation with MMTLP and MMAT, but for some reasons authorities, whose duty is to oversight all these type of actions, they didn't come and they didn't do anything in order to settle this problem. But Sam IM wrote this. Things getting interesting in SEC's recent 100-page filing to dismiss the change of venue request. We are learning where all paid promoters live and who might be called to testify, including shareholders. SEC has quite the lineup, all being exposed. And you know that just recently, in case of George Palikaros and John Burda, was filed another document in which defendants are trying to get the venue transferred from New York to Texas. SEC opposed the motion to transfer venue. And I have to say that I don't want to dig deeper inside this case because, in my opinion, as I already mentioned, it is a completely different case. But we have some interesting comments from our community members. Paul T. wrote in response to this. This filing made me laugh. The SEC devoted almost one page discussing fight arrangements for John Burda and George Palikaros and an attempt to keep the hearing in New York. How about the SEC take a local flight to the other district of Texas? And Sam IM wrote, I like the part where they use the fact Burda tried to settle his MMTLP Twitter brief by filing in New York. Neither George or John live in Texas. Testimony from so-called stock consultants come from California, Florida, Puerto Rico, Maine, and San Antonio. The shareholders that may testify from New York. And guys, Sam IM also wrote this. I gave up on asset sales proceeds long ago. And she refers to the tweet that was written by Social Watch. Social Watch wrote, so you are not looking for resolution, a share imbalance and asset sale proceeds. And you know that asset sales proceeds is not on the table right now because we don't have proven oil and gas assets inside these properties. That is why Sam IM wrote this. I gave up on asset sales proceeds long ago, especially when learning from the SEC Palikaros made this sale up, which he told me before I held for the dividend. But I wonder if you ever ask those that lied to us any honest questions. I have my shares and I worked on a resolution. And Scott Trott wrote this. Burda and Palikaros couldn't print the 1 billion shorts in MMTLP, and they didn't force Schwab to oversell 90 million shares to the 7.5 thousand Schwab clients. So, being gleeful about them attacking Burda and Palikaros while I'm watching every filing in that case, waiting for them to screw up as FINRA did with Sam Dreddy, so-called 3 monkeys, filing really should give you pause. I have plenty of time to add defendants in my lawsuit, and the SEC's attorney Bailey knows I have a straight shot at the US Supreme Court because I filed for injunctions on Thursday. If I lose, I take interlocutories to the Second Circuit, then onward to Diana Ross and the Supremes. If I win, FINRA's skeleton will be assembled in the Smithsonian like a T-Rex, and Schwab will be forced to use state arbitrations because FINRA is their kangaroo court. That means an economic expert can come in and state, yes, this was short squeeze, and based on these cancelled orders, Mr. Trott should have gotten Carl Sagan numbers for every share, etc., etc. I might even intervene in the case against Burda and Palikars under the Jarkesi ruling to see if the SEC's blue sheets and FINRAs are the same, among other things. I've been double dog dared to do it, so I might. But I only see federal agencies on quadruple dog dares, so we have a way to go. And guys, this is the perfect explanation that Burda and Palikars cases are not related to the U3 halt and to the illegal actions from the side of broker-dealers and authorities. We have to separate it. And the only reason why this case is on the table right now is because it might be the reason why you are involved in this saga. And ask yourself honestly, if John Burda and George Palikars were the people who attracted your attention to invest in this company and who benefited out of so-called pump and dump scheme, in this case, they should be punished. But at the same time, guys, we know that a lot of illegal actions were made by authorities and by broker-dealers, and these companies should be punished as well. And we have to diversify, we have to separate these two cases, one from another, in order not to confuse ourselves first of all. And in my opinion, Ralph Norman was confused exactly by this reason. So, and let me show you another tweet that was reposted by Scott Trott. This tweet was written by a Glass guy, and he wrote this: "Good luck with that investigation." And he added the screenshot with the following text. So, let me get this straight. They are investigating the CEO of a Nasdaq traded stock they believed was part of fraud, and CUSIP number of the stock is 89102U103. Then, they appropriated that same CUSIP to another company while it's still under investigation, and that company trades on the OTC. And guys, how it is even possible that this is happening right now? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense, and let me show you why. So, guess who also wrote this? As a shareholder of both MMAT and BTTC, and BTTC is the company with the same CUSIP number, I'd like clarification as to how both Biotech Technologies and Metamaterials, formerly known as Torchlight Energy Resources, are using the same CUSIP number. Other concerned shareholders have reached out to CUSIP Global Services and received the following response. And here's the direct speech. The CUSIP for Torchlight Energy Resources was not recycled or reused for Biotech. The accuracy of the information in any given SEC document is the responsibility of the filing party. Gerard Faulkner, Director of Operation CUSIP Global Services, operated for the American Bankers Association by FactSet Research Systems Incorporated. It's well documented that Metamaterials, formerly known as Torchlight Energy Resources, was in fact assigned a CUSIP number 89102U103. I believe the confusion is on the part of Biotech Technologies Corporation. If someone in Biotech Technologies is able to offer explanation, clarification, or both, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, SEC and Gary Gensler, please clarify what checks and balance system are in place that obviously failed, as there is documentation for both companies with the same CUSIP. Is this just another oopsie on the part of regulators, or is this just another smokescreen to aid the covering up the spilled milk associated with TRCH, MMTLP, and MMAT? Inquiring minds wanna know. And he added a couple of screenshots. Here you can see the official statement that was made by Torchlight Energy with the CUSIP number 89102U103. And the second screenshot is the official statement from Biotech Technologies with the same CUSIP number 89102U103. And these documents were filed with SEC, you can find them in Edgar system. This means SEC had an obligation, and they still has this obligation to solve this problem of improper use of two CUSIP numbers. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Trevor wrote this tweet on September the 6th, just a couple of days ago, and Timeless team reposted it, and Trevor wrote, having searched 200 companies out of 1,000 on OTC Pink, Bytec is the only company where the CUSIP is not available. Why did they file with TRCH CUSIP? Why has this not been rectified, and what has this cross-contamination done to regulatory data? And he added this screenshot. Let me show you that according to this data, the company with the name of Bytec Technologies Corporation doesn't have a CUSIP number. It has a not available CUSIP. And on top of that, guys, take a look right here. RareDD wrote on September the 6th this post. It's almost like this company, Bytec, only does business with fraudsters. And he added a couple of screenshots where you can see that board director Greg Treenmarsh, let me show you. Here is the Reuters article that was published on August 28th, 2023, more than 1 year ago. And it says, California bar says lawyer made $12 million in student loan relief scam. And here you can see that attorney regulators in California are seeking to punish lawyer Gregory Treenmarsh after he allegedly collected $11.8 million in illegal upfront fees from people seeking relief from private student loan debt. And guys, does it mean that this company is just a smoke and mirrors in order to cover some illegal actions from the wrongdoers? I don't know for now, but at the same time, take a look right here. Trevor also wrote this. I believe Bytec filed with the TRCH CUSIP in an attempt to misclassify and mingle the security with TRCH on some key regulator databases. It is highly likely to be purposeful, and the fact that it has not yet been changed is worrying. Why would you do this? And he added several screenshots, and these screenshots show that it shouldn't be one CUSIP number shouldn't be implemented to several companies, and here you can see several consequences that might happen if this CUSIP number will be attached to several companies. And the consequences, I have to say, is quite severe for each and every authorities like National Security Clearing Corporation, Securities Information Processors, next one, DTCC, MSRB, SEC, and FINRA themselves. And definitely this issue should be investigated, because in my opinion something might be hidden behind this wall as well. And that is why, guys, we are here and we are working hard to make it happen. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.